The 7-day week is the only measure of time completely independent of the physical cosmos. The day is bound by Earth's rotation. The month tracks the lunar cycle. The year is dictated by Earth's orbit around the sun. But there is no star, moon, or planet that resets every 7 days. The 7-day week is a divine rhythm, woven into the fabric of existence by the Creator at the dawn of time. But as humanity rebelled, they corrupted that calendar. And to find the origin of Sunday worship, we must look to the ancient astronomers of Babylon. Using nothing but their naked eyes and meticulous record-keeping, Babylonian astronomers identified 7 celestial bodies that moved independently across the fixed canvas of the stars. They called them the Wanderers: the Sun, the Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. Building on this Babylonian mathematics, ancient Hellenistic astrologers developed what they called the planetary hours system. They assigned the 24 hours of the day to these 7 planetary deities in a strict, descending mathematical sequence. Whichever god ruled the first hour of the day became the master of that day. When you run their ancient math, the day that follows Saturn's day is governed from its very first hour by the most powerful celestial body of all, Dies Solis, the day of the sun, Sunday. This pagan astrological framework traveled from Babylon through the Greek world and directly into the heart of the Roman Empire. Originally, Rome didn't even use a 7-day week. They operated on an 8-day market cycle called the Nundinal cycle. But by the 1st century BC, the empire was expanding, absorbing foreign cultures, and a new religion was spreading like wildfire through the ranks of the Roman military: the Cult of Mithras. Mithras was a Persian solar deity deeply associated with the unconquered sun. The Roman legions were obsessed with him, and the Mithraic cult held its sacred gatherings and ritual meals on one specific day of the week, Sunday. Through the military, the 7-day planetary week, with Sunday as its crown jewel, violently displaced the old Roman calendar. We know this with absolute archaeological certainty. In the ruins of Pompeii, the city buried by volcanic ash in 79 AD, archaeologists have found graffiti and fasti, ancient calendars, proving that Dies Solis was already functioning as a routine marker of Roman time.
While Sunday was conquering the pagan Roman world, the early Christian church was undergoing a massive, terrifying identity crisis. For the first few decades after the resurrection, Christianity was viewed by Rome as just another sect of Judaism. Christians and Jews both rested on the 7th-day Sabbath, Saturday. But in 70 AD, the Jews rebelled against Rome, and Roman legions annihilated Jerusalem. 60 years later, in 132 AD, the Jews rebelled again in the Bar Kokhba revolt. Rome's patience snapped. Emperor Hadrian crushed the rebellion, slaughtered hundreds of thousands of Jews, and passed devastating anti-Jewish legislation. He banned the reading of the Torah, he banned the practice of circumcision, and he made observing the Saturday Sabbath illegal. He even instituted the Fiscus Judaicus, a crushing tax levied against anyone practicing Jewish customs. Suddenly, for a Christian living in Rome, resting on Saturday wasn't just a theological statement, it was a death sentence. It meant being lumped in with the enemies of the state. Under intense political pressure and the threat of persecution, Christian leaders in Rome began to distance themselves from anything that looked Jewish. They began to fast on the Sabbath to make it a day of gloom, and simultaneously elevated Sunday, the day the surrounding pagan culture already revered, calling it the 8th day, or the Day of Light, to celebrate the resurrection. It was a theological rationalization born out of social survival.